Hi, this is Kevin Jimenez, Head of Platforms and Services in Government Office of Information and Communication Technology in Dominican Republic. Now, today we're gonna talk about the journey of implementing X-Road in the Dominican Republic. And today, and first, we will see the introduction. Then we talk about the state of the interoperability in 2020. Then how we get the pilot project. Next, we will see the way to production. Then the current state of the project. Then some of the result we got, and finishing with the conclusion. First, a little bit about Dominican Republic. Our country is located in the Caribbean region, a region made of islands in the center of Americas. We share the island with Haiti to the west, and we have other neighbors such as Puerto Rico, Cuba, Jamaica, and other countries. The Dominican Republic is also known as the country where the Punta Cana is located. Maybe some of you has been here about the Punta Cana place, Punta Cana paradise maybe. And maybe we have the most beautiful beaches in the world. So we extend you all the invitation to enjoy our country, the nature, food, music, and people. Why not? So now let's talk about the state of interoperability in the Dominican Republic back in 2020. Only the 21 of public entities in Dominican Republic exchange any data between systems. That this percentage includes all kind of data exchange, not just the relevant information or critical information, which is a very, very, very low percentage. There were no legal references to interoperability in the country. No law or regulation exists to support interoperability in the country. Over 50% of entities relied on cooperation agreement to share data. It's a very low percentage too, since there were no legal framework in place. Cooperation agreements were the only way to enable data sharing between entities in our country. Public entities often saw themselves as the owners of the data they manage. This mentality, which we've also seen in other countries, result in a lack of understanding that citizens are the true owners of their personal data. The role of the government is to ensure that this data is available to all citizens when they need a service. So let's move to our X-Road pilot. Between 2020 and 2022, we received support from government of Estonia, specifically from RIA, through the Cyber for Deaf project. This collaboration helped us to understand how X-Road works and gave us the tools to start learning to work with it. Next, in the 2021, we start the first pilots with two social security entities. It was a challenging process as we were learning how to implement Xroad outside of our internal testing environments. At this stage, we realized that the technology was only a part of the formula. Understanding the importance of data semantics, how organization works with received data, and the organization changes needed were all critical factors for the success of this pilot project. The way to production. We identify key actions for moving forward in our journey to implement the interoperability. First, we need to implement an interoperability platform. We need to select the right platform that will not only meet our immediate needs, but also support long-term goals for the country. Training was essential. We focus on topics such as API development, system information availability, load balancing, and how to implement standards in all the organizations. We work on establish a solid legal framework to support interoperability across the whole country. And let's talk about a little bit what is the current state of the project right now. First, a law was created. We got a new law that ordered to all Dominican state organizations to interoperate. Now, this is a must. Next, later, a presidential decree was issued that established the concept of a single interoperability platform, designating Optic, our organization, as its operator. Third, interoperability regulations were updated, formally adopting Xroad as the official platform for government data exchange or the single interoperability platform that the presidential decree talked about. Some technical keys was the central server was updated to the version 7. We were working with the version 6.22 for the whole pilots. So we got the latest version of the central server of Xroad. 5, we developed an automated deployment process using Docker. This process was fundamental to the implementation in the entities was most successful, basically. And 6, several workshops were conducted to train public entities, focusing on the technical aspect of the interoperability, basically with Xroad. Xroad become like a symbol in our country, not only for the interoperability, but digitalization and efficientization in general. This project impact in many ways our entities and the public administration, opening our mind to find better ways to do the work in a more collaborative form. X-Road has become a symbol of more than just interoperability. It represents a fundamental shift in how we approach digital transformation and public service delivery in the Dominican Republic for our citizens. Before X-Road, the landscape of government service was fragmented, with public institutions operating in silos, each managing its own data independently. This not only slow down the flow of information, but also place an unnecessary burden on citizens who often had to interact with multiple entities to complete a simple administrative task. This project impact in many ways our entities and the public administration, opening our mind to find better ways to do the work in a more collaborative form. By adopting X-Road, we've established the groundwork for a more transparent, efficient, and citizen-centric government. It has changed the way public institutions collaborate, promoting a culture of openness and data sharing that was previously lacking. Interoperability is no longer just a technical aspiration. It has become a strategic pillar for delivering better public services. Definitely, X-Road is not just a technological tool for us. It represents a great transformation in how the Dominican government operates and serves its citizens. Some of the way this system has been changed the way we work is in the many sectors, such as social security, public safety, education, construction, business creation, civil registry, taxes, justice, and so on. What was the results? We got many benefits in the implementation of the interoperability in our state, in Dominican Republic. We got a lot of great results. One of the most recent achieved we got is the Dominican Digital Wallet, Soy Yo RD in Spanish. This is the national digital wallet that empowers citizens by delivering all the information that belongs to them right to their fingerprints in their own device. This is a product of the interoperability and the new mindset of openness and collaborating between the institutions and organizations in the Dominican state. As a conclusion, there is still a lot of work to be done. We are pleased with what we achieved so far. Examples from countries like Estonia and Finland, help us understand part of the road ahead. We want to support other countries in our region and achieve cross-border interoperability soon. So thank you very much, you all. If you have any question.
Hi, Kevin, and thank you for your presentation. Thank you for walking us through the history of implementation of X-Road in the Dominican Republic government. It was very interesting, but I'll definitely pick up the invitation to visit Punta Cana that you opened to all of us. And so focusing on X-Road, I have a question for you. As you narrated all the path and all the experience it was for you, the implementation of X-Road, what would be your advice to other governments when they liaise and they consider implementing X-Road?
Yeah, for us, the most difficult issue to separate is the start working. When we first started the X-Road project in the Dominican Republic, the journey was very challenging for several reasons. First, we don't have clarity with the concept of interoperability, the right interoperability. That was very new for us. We didn't have much experience in connecting systems across different public sector entities. We don't have laws or regulation that support these efforts. So basically, we were building everything from scratch. So we got nothing in the start. So I think the people or the government that wants to get this work done need to start right now, independently. If they have everything that need or everything or any requirement has done, it doesn't matter. We need to start to work right now with the tools in the hands and with the experience and the practice. The things will be done eventually.
Thank you, Kevin. And in the meantime, we got 4 questions from you. You somewhat already answered to the first one, but there is still a part that we can cover. Thinking afterwards, what were the easiest and the most difficult part of the X-Road implementation project?
Oh, the most difficult part was start, definitely. Maybe not how to get working the X-Road in our country and outside of our machines or our testing environment was very difficult. Starting working with another teams of another entities that historically was working separately in silos, different teams with different maturity and different mindsets. Was very difficult in the first, but we support ourselves and with the help of RIA, this was crucial for us. The help of Estonia, that has been using Extro for years, and RIA gave us the technical support in the moment, and with this support and the knowledge of their experience, the best practice, including the setup, the infrastructure, the technical infrastructure, managing data, some handling with the organization changes. That guidance was very helping for us.
Thank you for sharing these remarks. So challenging at the beginning, but definitely we saw the results, and collaboration with other governments are indeed very helpful to kick off the implementation of X-Road. But our community is curious also on how did you initially find the X-Road for your country?
Well, in the beginning, we were searching a platform that help us to achieve the interoperability and achieve the efficientization in government. So we start search, and if that was very difficult to get X-Road as an option, because there is many other countries that are using right now X-Road. Was relatively easily to see the experience of other countries. In Americas, we have like 6 or 7 countries that already implement X-Road. So we see that experiences begin to the conversations too with RIA. So everything was good for us, and make a try with X-Road.
Thank you, Kevin. Another question. Many X-Road ecosystems have local names, like Straumurin in Iceland and Chemdex in Cambodia. Does your X-Road ecosystem have a local name?
In our ecosystem, we remain with the name X-Road. This is good for us because X-Road is it's a symbol for us, and we need to support all our projects and all our initiative with the whole benefits that get with the X-Road mark. So everything in this country already know what X-Road is. If we change the name, we need to explain from the beginning what was the change, why we are using X-Road anymore, or why we are making another software a part of X-Road, and maybe it can be confused for many people that already know what is X-Road. So we prefer to remind X-Road as the name of our project.
Thanks for clarifying this, Kevin. Another question. Looking at your implementation, how did you incorporate the certificates used in the ecosystem? Did you use a national level PKI?
This was very easy for us, more or less, because our organization already has a PKI for the other initiatives like digital sign. So we got the same environment to do the work with Extro.
Clear, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Last few questions. Are there any major problems with server maintenance and maintenance?
Can you repeat me, please?
If there are any issues and challenges with server maintenance?
Oh, it's more or less easy. The maintenance of an Extro environment. The day-to-day is very easy, in our opinion. We need to see the updates some month to month. We maybe do some maintenance to the servers, but the software itself doesn't require many maintenance effort.
Thank you, Kevin. Then let me just share with you a last comment that is not really a question, but an invite. We should organize a live Extro community event in your country. Sounds nice and warm, and I can only subscribe to that. So there are still a couple of questions, but maybe I would invite you, Kevin, to engage on the platform with the users that are interested in having more information. So again, please feel free to keep dropping questions and say hi and contact Kevin through the platform. And thank you again, Kevin.